Zombie apocalypse.
Hello everyone, welcome back to Eco Talks with Sneha Manerikar. In today's session, we'll discuss few more questions from chapter Statistics. So let us start our today's session with our first question. In binomial distribution, A, mean is equal to mode, B, mean is equal to variance, C, mean is greater than variance, D, mean is less than variance. Answer is mean is greater than variance in binomial distribution. Here are the properties of binomial distribution. The mean of distribution mu x is given by n into p, number of trials into probability of success. The variance, that is sigma square, is given by number of trials, that is n, into probability of success into probability of failure, that is 1 minus p. And standard deviation is the square root of variance. So from these properties we can say that mean is greater than variance. Our next question, the parameters of Poisson distribution is A, lambda, B, P, Q, N, C, N and P, D, only P. Answer is lambda. The parameter of Poisson distribution is lambda. Then rejection of null hypothesis when it is true is known as A, type 1 error, B, type 2 error, C, no error, D, both A and B. Answer is type 1 error. When we reject null hypothesis, that is H naught, when it is true, it is called as type 1 error. Then acceptance of null hypothesis when it is false is known as A, type 1 error, B, type 2 error, C, no error, D, both A and B. Answer is B, type 2 error. It is when acceptance of null hypothesis when it is false. Now here are the two errors, type 1 error and type 2 error. Type 1 error is accepting null hypothesis when it is false, and type 2 error is rejecting null hypothesis when it is true. These are the two types of error. Then the probability of committing type 1 error is called A, level of significance, B, confidence interval, C, both A and B, D, degrees of freedom. Answer is both A and B. The probability of committing type 1 error, it is called as level of significance and also confidence interval. And which of the following represents the data? A, single value, B, only two values, C, group of values in a set, D, none of the above. Answer is group of value in a set is called as data. Then dash data is more reliable and accurate than dash data. Answer is option A, secondary data, primary data, B, primary data, secondary data, C, time series data, cross-sectional data, D, quantitative data and qualitative data. Answer is A, secondary data is more reliable and accurate than the primary data, because it is a secondary data is one which is published in published form, and primary data is one which a researcher or an investigator himself he collects. And difference between upper and lower limit of class is called as A, class frequency, B, class mark, C, class interval, D, range. Answer is class interval. The difference between upper and lower limit of a class is called as class interval. Now, class interval refers to numerical bit of any class in particular distribution. It is given by formula upper class limit minus lower class limit. Whereas class frequency refers to the number of observation in each class, and range refers to the difference between the largest and smallest value in the set of data. Remember the difference between class interval and range. Range is the difference between largest and smallest value of full set of data, whereas class interval is the upper class limit, the higher value of that particular class interval minus the lower class limit. Then statistical results are A, absolute, B, true on average, C, not true, D, universally true. Answer is true on average. Statistical results are true on average because there is some error terms always when the data is collected. So they are not absolute or universal. They are true on average. Then number of observations falling in each class is called as A. Class interval, B. Class width, C. Class frequency, D. Class mark. Answer is class frequency. Number of observation in each class is called as class frequency. Then Ogive curve of more than type and less than type distribution intersects at A. Mean, B. Median, C. Mode, D. All of the above. Answer is B. Median. Here is the Ogive curve of less than and more than cumulative frequencies. This graph is drawn based on the cumulative frequency. The black line with triangles is the more than Ogive curve and dotted line with square is for less than Ogive curve. So these two curves intersect at the point of median of the given set. Then which type of following is an attribute? A. Height of person, B. Temperature, C. Color of eyes, D. Amount of rainfall. Answer is color of eyes. Now attribute refers to the quality of a characteristic. So here in the given question, color of eyes is the attribute, whereas the height of person, temperature, amount of rainfall, these are the variables. And total area of histogram is equal to A. Total frequency, B. Total relative frequency, C. Midpoint, D. Total class. Answer is total frequency. Here is the histogram showing the trees and height of the trees. So area under the histogram shows the total frequency. Now the most ideal average is A. Mean, B. Median, C. Mode, D. None of the above. Answer is mean. This is the most ideal average in the all measures of central tendency. Then the good average is 1, which is based on all items, B. Not based on all items, C. Which is affected by extreme values, which is D. Which satisfies both A and C. Answer is A. The good average is 1, which is based on the all the items. This is the characteristic of good average. Then the average which is located through histogram is A. Mean, B. Mode, C. Median, D. All of the above. Answer is mode. The higher length of histogram having highest value is the mode. So mode is located through the histogram. Then the average which is located through Ogive curve is A. Mean, B. Median, C. Mode, D. All of the above. Answer is median. The intersection point of less than and more than Ogive curve gives the median. So median is located through Ogive curve. The average which is affected by extreme value is A. Mean, B. Median, C. Mode, D. All of the above. Answer is mean. Mean is affected by the extreme values because while calculating mean, we consider each and every value in the data set. And if one value is extreme, that is either very low or very high, then mean will get affected. Then the value which occurs more frequently is called A. Mean, B. Median, C. Mode, D. Harmonic mean. Answer is mode. The value which occurs more frequently in given set of data is called as mode. Then extreme values have no effect on A. Mean, B. Median, C. Standard deviation, D. All of the above. Answer is B. Median, because here we just consider the middlemost value. We do not consider every value in the data set. So it is not affected by the extreme values. That's it for today's session. If you have any doubts, you can ask me in comment section or message me on my Telegram group EcoTalks. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe. Thank you.